So are you looking for the ease of single-story living here in Southern California? How about the western end of the Inland Empire? You know, if you're probably looking for single-story homes, you're probably looking at maybe the eastern end of the Inland Empire, far off places that may not be so convenient for you. But today, I am in a community where we have single-story homes with yards in the western end of Riverside County in Corona. This is like a super rare find here. Like it's almost unheard of to find single-story homes this far west anymore, just because the cost of land is so high and builders are starting to put homes closer together and make them taller to maximize their use of the land value. But here I am at Arden at Bedford in Corona by Richmond American Homes, and I'm going to show you what is a super rare find. You just really can't find these anymore. So I am in Model 1. They call it the Abbey. It's 1,526 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-car garage, single story, and we have a yard, which I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes. So I'm really excited to show you this home because I have so many folks asking for this exact thing in this location, and it's been really hard to find. So before we get started, I am Steve Enshin, your Southern California new construction home expert, and every week I talk to folks just like you about the right way to find and buy a new construction home. Now, this community has actually 3 different models. Model 1, the Abbey, that is a single-story home. There's also 2 other models. If you're looking for something bigger and you're okay with a 2-story home, yeah, they do have 2-story homes here, and they go up to about 3,000 square feet. But if you're looking for that single story and you're okay with about just under 1,600 square feet, well, I think you're gonna really like this home. I want you to stick with me. Halfway through the tour, I'm going to come back because everything is not always perfect. I'm going to talk to you about maybe a few reasons why you may not want to consider this community and this location, as well as a few reasons why I think maybe you should. All right, so we're going to get started with our tour. Let's get going. Okay, so we're going to start the tour. We're going to come down a really nice entrance hall. And they have lots of artwork set up there, so lots of design things you can do in that hallway. I'll give you a panoramic look of the kitchen. Here's the living room and a dining area. Now, of course, this is their furniture configuration. Maybe you want that dining area to be a little smaller and the living room can be a little bit bigger. So that's the beauty of new construction. You can set things up the way you want. Here is a panorama of the kitchen. It's a really good size, lots of counter space because you got that big kitchen island. So I'm gonna remember I talked about everything's included. So these are one of the cabinet colors. This is sort of like a neutral brown. You have a subway tile, white backslash, and then let me try to get it over here without the reflection. This is sort of like a nice quartz. It's a white quartz with just a little bit of gray in there. And we are cooking with gas. So no electric, because this community's been around here for a while. And then you have over here should be our pantry. And it is. Oh, decent size. It's not a walk-in pantry, but it's still quite a bit of storage in there. Refrigerator is not included. You know, I always talk about the refrigerators because people have very specific preferences about what they want the refrigerator to be. 2-door, 3-door, 4-door now. They have those. So you'll be able to choose the refrigerator that you like. Again, here's a look at the living area, and then you can see the usable kitchen island, so you can certainly have people sitting here for dining. There's this little indent area. This could be, you know, a bunch of different things. This could be a little office area. You can put a desk in here with a chair, have a little home office, or it can be for storage. We have laundry. The The garage I can't show you because the garage is the office. So, but it is a 2-car garage. Now we're going to head over to the 2 guest bedrooms. So this is bedroom number 1, which is at the front. And it's a decent size. This is a double bed. We'll probably get a queen bed in here, but not much bigger than that. And then a decent size closet. And big bright windows, so we got lots of natural light coming in here. And then same with bedroom number 2. This one has a nice mountain view out the side. And then same deal with the closet. And then both these bedrooms will share this bathroom. Given the size, this is going to be a single vanity. I don't think there's any room in here to have 2 sinks, which is unfortunate. If it was a little bit bigger, you could probably get a double vanity. There may be an option for a walk-in shower here instead of a tub shower combo. That's something that we would have to check. So as we move along, I'm going to take you can probably tell this is not going to be a long video because we're only walking about 1,500 plus square feet. But we'll go into our primary bedroom, our master suite. And it is a really decent size, the king bed. So you can get a king bed in here, no problem. Huge window, lots of natural light, and it looks right out to the yard, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit. Now here we have a tub shower combo that's been tiled. Now if you need just a shower, that is a structural option we'll have to check on. Like same thing for the other bathroom. This bathroom, of course, will have the dual vanities. And then you have a single walk-in closet. Now remember, we have 2 other models in this particular community. So if you're looking for something bigger, we have other choices, but I'm thinking this is a perfect home for someone who's looking for single-story living, not a whole lot of space, and then they want all of those resort community amenities. So what do you think about this home so far? Is this something that maybe might work for you? Definitely please comment down below. I want to hear what you think about this model and this amazing location. So before we continue, because I want to show you the yard outside, but a few reasons why maybe you don't want to consider this home or this community. Well, number 1, it is right next to the 15 freeway. So that's super convenient, right? You can just get on the freeway. The express lane entrance is really close by. You're right at the 91, very convenient, but some of the lots in this community are literally right at the freeway. I'm talking like your kids can be in the yard throwing spitballs at the passing cars. That's how close they are. So there are other lots that are farther away from the freeway. Just have to make the right choice. If you do decide that you want to move forward with this community, we have to choose the right lot. I'm in the model home right now, not next to the freeway. I can't hear a thing that's outside. So there's that. Now, the other reason you may not want to consider this community is the price. Yeah, these are not inexpensive homes. So they're running right around $900,000. So yeah, that's a lot of money, especially for the Inland Empire, especially for 1,600 square feet of home. But the location, consider the location, consider that you're in a really, really nice resort community with a lot of great amenities. But yes, the price is quite high. These are not $600,000-$700,000 homes like you could find maybe 20-30 minutes down the road in Lake Elsinore. And the other thing that may or may not be an issue for you, but that is these homes come pre-plotted, as that's what we call it in the industry. So the builder has already decided, like these cabinets, the countertops, everything. They're different packages, different colors, but you don't go to a design center. You don't get to make these choices. The builder has made these choices for you. So when you look at a particular lot that has this Abbey home, they're going to tell you this is the color scheme. This is the color of the cabinets, the countertops. These are the floors you're going to get, and you can't really change anything. For some buyers, I found that's a plus. They don't have to factor in the added expense of doing custom design. For other buyers, well, they may not like that because they want to do the fully customized process to get the home exactly the way they want. So that's something to consider. Now, again, why would you love this community? It's in Bedford, Corona. It's an amazing community. They have all these clubhouses, these pools, sports court, walking trails. They have a lot, parks. They got a lot going on here. And as the community continues to grow, there's more commercial development out there. So you have grocery stores, pharmacies, restaurants, and everything popping up really close by to the community. And it's also gated, a gated community. So that's also for many buyers a big plus. Now, let's talk about some of the numbers before we do the rest of our tour. HOA. So right now it's at $278 a month. At build out, when they finish selling everything, it's going to drop down to $250 a month. Tax rate, there is a Melrose, can't get around that with most new home communities these days. The blended tax rate is right about 1.7%. Now, there is a plus here that I want to bring out. Solar. The solar is included. Not only you get the solar panels, you also get the battery backup. So the whole solar package is included in the price of the home. That's worth on a home this size, probably about $25,000, $26,000 of value right there. Now, in terms of this specific community amenities that you get access to, there's Hudson House and the Shed Clubhouse. They each have pools and spas. There's the parks, the dog parks, the play areas. So if you're looking for that kind of lifestyle, I think this is a great community that you should consider. So let's keep going. Remember, at the end, I'm going to talk about some incentives that may be available for this community. All right, so let's keep going and finish up the tour. Okay, as promised, we're going to look outside. And this is exciting because we have a yard. So not only do we have a single-story home, it comes with a yard. And there's plenty of space back here. No, you're not going to get a swimming pool in here, but there are swimming pools that you have available to you in the community. But there's plenty of room. They didn't put it in here, but there's plenty of room for like a gas grill, a cooking area, like an outdoor kitchen and dining. You have this covered patio. And that, of course, can probably be extended. Let's see if there's any space down here. A little bit of space down there. Certainly enough space here for planting. And enough space over there, the other side. And I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to walk over there. But the 15 freeway is just over there. And I can't hear anything. I mean, certainly you can hear a little bit of traffic that's on the local road, but you can't really hear anything from the freeway. Of course, as soon as I said that, there goes the truck. But from the freeway over here on this side of the community, it's quiet. Another panorama view, and we will go back inside. All right, so I hope you like this tour of the Abbey home here at Arden. So I want to talk to you about some of the incentives that are being offered on this particular home model. So typically I would be all excited. I would be telling you about, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 towards closing costs or rate buy downs. Not here. So what we have here is a 4% interest rate as a 7.76 adjustable rate mortgage. It's not the best package that I've seen. In terms of closing cost credits and maybe some money to buy the interest rate down on a normal traditional 30-year fixed rate mortgage, that's something we got to negotiate. So they're not offering it, but on a quick move-in home that they're starting to get some into inventory, that's when we can go start asking for those things. So they're not offering anything to the public right now in terms of any great incentives. We got to negotiate. We got to ask for those. So a little bit of legwork that we got to do. So that's pretty much it on this home. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Remember, my contact information is up on the screen. So if you have any questions about Arden or Bedford, there are other builders here in Bedford. So if this home or this location doesn't really work for you, there's other stuff that we can go see in here. Plus I have access to really every new construction home and community and builder here in Southern California. So remember to reach out if you have questions and comment below if you have thoughts or feedback on this particular home or this community. And thank you for watching. We will see you on the next video.